Welcome to Turner's Take on Sports with me, Turner Enderle, along with my dad, David Enderle. We will be talking about March Madness and both of our Final Four predictions, the Bears offseason, and Indiana and what is wrong with them with their coach.
That could be a big subject. So everybody wants to talk about March Madness. It's one of the favorite times of year, not just because it's spring is in the air, but basketball's on all the time as it is in the background. So Turner, everybody's asking me, who do you have in this year's Final Four?
So, coming from the region with that Villanova just lost in, I have Duke. I have Duke beating Baylor in the Elite Eight to get into the Final Four. Coming from the West region, I have Arizona. I had them beating Notre Dame, but Notre Dame lost. I still have Arizona in the Final Four playing Duke, and I have Arizona winning that game. And then I have Oregon from the Midwest region. Or actually, that's the East region. And then from the Midwest region, I have North Carolina. And I have North Carolina beating Oregon, and then North Carolina is national champs against Arizona.
That's pretty solid. Was it a hard pick for you to pick Oregon with their loss of one of their top players, or was that an easy choice for you?
I will be honest, I had no idea he got injured. So if they lose, it's my mistake. I didn't know he was injured. I would have chose Kansas from that region if I knew he was injured. But hope they can do good without him.
Yeah, well, it should shape up to be a pretty exciting NCAA tournament as always, and never know what you're going to get. So switching gears a little bit to the offseason, I think the Bears, it kind of started out a little quiet. People were looking for the big splash. There wasn't the big splash, but it kind of grinded out to make some big free agency moves. What's your take on some of the Bears free agency moves?
Start with Mike Glennon. I think if they got him as their best quarterback on the team, they're desperate.
Well, I guess they were desperate to get rid of Jay Cutler, huh?
And the weird part was Hoyer's gone, so now they don't even... I forgot what that guy's name was, but he could be a good backup. He played the end of the year last year.
Connor?
No.
No? All right.
And I think that they made some good moves. I think they signed Marcus Peters. If I'm thinking of the right Marcus Peters, he led the league in interceptions with the Kansas City Chiefs last year, and is a second-year player, so he would be a very good upgrade for cornerback. And I think overall, in 1 or 2 years, they're going to be at least in the hunt for a playoff spot.
And keep it in mind that obviously there's more to the offseason with the upcoming NFL draft and not knowing where they're going to pick and what moves they could be made. There still could be some good moves down the road from Ryan Pace, but time will tell. But so far, I kind of like what I saw.
I think they're setting up. I think this is a good offseason. Hopefully, these players don't turn out to be a bust. And I'm thinking of the right Marcus Peters.
I think you are. The last topic is, and it was kind of a bittersweet ending to the Indiana season, finishing with a road loss in the NIT, and subsequently the firing of Tom Crean. So what's your take on the firing of Tom Crean and the direction of Indiana basketball these days?
Tom Crean deserved to be fired. Indiana has he's like a great recruiting coach. They have great players on campus. He can't keep them healthy. He gets players who get injured at there's very few players who they've had with him who have not gotten an injury an injury that kept them out for a while over the course of their career. But he does not know how to coach them. Their offense is terrible because he just says, "Oh, go out there and see," and basically just shoot threes and see if you can make them. Yeah. They have no team at all. He doesn't teach them anything from what they play like. I think it's a good move. Hopefully they can get somebody like Steve Alford who would be a good upgrade from Tom Crean. And I think Indiana depends on who they get and what players leave to the NBA, but they could be a good-ish, a better team next year. Possibly, they could make the tournament. More than likely, they will. but I think they're like right in the middle. Now that they got rid of Tom Crean, they're heading in the right direction.
Well, definitely Tom Crean pulled him out of some dark days after the Sampson and the NCAA sanctions. So, kudos to Crean, but I think it's the right time to turn to the next chapter, and hopefully they do get a great coach out of it. So, on behalf of myself, Dave Enderle, and Turner Enderle, I just want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Turner's Take on Sports, and we look forward to bringing you another episode soon.
Bye.
Bye.